end of today's session. All right, so I'm not ignoring you if you do have a question, and I'll repeat this a couple times as people do like to jump in late. They get the technical systems up and running, but there is a question section. There is an area where you can ask questions. So please post your question if it comes up. Whether it pops into your head in the beginning, we might cover it, and that's okay. We will repeat it, but all questions and answers will be had at the end of today's session. Also noting that there are some handouts that I'm going to reference for you here as well. You want to download those for your review post session for your own copies, and I will bring those up when the time comes and reference them from there. All right, we do have a good group here today. We are going to get started. I'll repeat some of this information as we go through, but let's jump in. We're going to go a little bit about the history of Pacific College, dive into our program and curriculum, talk a little bit about our clinic, staff and services that we offer here at Pacific College, dive into career services, briefly touch upon financial aid. We will do a virtual campus tour, take you through the halls of Pacific College virtually. We will set plenty of time for that Q&A, and we'll talk about what it is to apply to the program here at Pacific College. All right, so let's jump right in. So Pacific College was founded in 1986. We started out in San Diego, California. We have grown quite a bit since. We're now in what we call the tri-campus, actually a quad campus, because we have an online program for some other online specific programs, but specifically New York, California, and Chicago. So New York, San Diego, California, and Chicago, Illinois. New York is the largest of the three campuses. On what we call the tri-campus, we have roughly 1,500 students, over 200 faculty, 3,000 and growing alumni, and we are what is called, or what has been deemed, a leader and a pioneer in holistic integrative medicine. All right. Again, if you did just join us, there is a question section. As we get to some of the more detailed information here, hang tight, we will cover it for you. All questions and answers will be had at the end of today's session. All right, so accreditations and approvals. This is always important for you as students, as you're looking schools to be aware of. Most importantly, we are institutionally accredited by WASC. WASC is the Western Associations of Schools and Colleges. All right, it's given to us by the United States Department of Education. It is what is deemed the gold standard of accreditation in the United States. So accreditation is broken up based on where the school is located from a country standpoint in the country. Obviously, our main, the original campus is based out of San Diego, California, hence the Western Association. But other schools that fall into regional accreditation, just to give you some type of understanding, would be here in New York, NYU, Pace University, Queensborough Community College. These are all regionally accredited universities. All right. Being here from New York State, obviously we are programmatically accredited by New York State. So institutionally by WASC, right? That's the bigger umbrella, the whole entire institution approved and accredited by the United States Department of Education, WASC. On a programmatic level, we meet all state requirements. ACOM is the accrediting body for acupuncture, right? That's the programmatic accreditation for there. New York State is our programmatic accreditation for our massage therapy program. And we will talk about this in a little bit, but we are a California approved school, a California approved program. That will make sense to you in a little bit, but we'll just mentioning it now that we are. That is something we hold near and dear to our hearts. So, all right, the Pacific College experience. What do you get when you attend here at Pacific College? Well, you get a very comprehensive integrative curriculum, all right? We cover both Eastern and Western modalities within massage therapy. We teach all different types of acupuncture here at Pacific College. We're founded in traditional Chinese medicine. The faculty that teach here because of the reputation that we have as a school. We have deep roots here in New York. As you can tell already, we've been around for quite some time. And so to have our name on their resume is something that they for sure take pride in. All right. The clinical opportunities, right? Both on-site and off-site. I mentioned it just earlier. We are going to talk a little bit about our clinic here on campus in a minute, but there is off-site internships involved within the program as well. Also, our student services team, all right? When you start here, you get your own academic advisor. We'll talk about that here in just a bit. But we have an entire dedicated student services team for you. And then post-graduation life, right? Outreach, career alumni services, is a part of the program here at Pacific College that will play a huge part in your growth into integrative medicine. All right, again, those who just joined us here, welcome. Welcome, we're just getting started. We're gonna get into the details here in just a minute, but I'm gonna start referencing some handouts here shortly. And I do wanna point out that all questions and answers, I'm not ignoring you guys. They will come in at the end of today's session. We'll have a Q&A for it. All right, carrying on here. So here at Pacific College in the New York campus, all right, we offer 3 different programs, all right? We have an acupuncture and herbal medicine program. We have a massage therapy program, and then we have an online holistic nursing program. We're not going to talk about that today, strictly talking about acupuncture and massage. But if you are interested in nursing, we have a pre-licensure holistic nursing program. We have an RN to BSN program. We have a holistic nursing certification. We even have an MSN program. So specifically today, we're talking about acupuncture and massage, but just letting you know what we do offer here at Pacific College. All right, okay. So we're gonna start to get into some of the details here, so hang with me. This is where usually some of the questions start. Again, not ignoring you, just wanna make sure we get through all the information first, and then I'm happy to repeat any and all questions. All right, so first and foremost, our massage therapy licensure, all right? In order to be eligible for our massage therapy program, we are looking for any completed degree, right? Completed degree. We don't need, if you took some college, that won't work. We need your highest, basically your highest level of completed education, with that being at least a high school diploma or a GED. We're looking for roughly a 2.0 GPA. So high school diploma, GED, or any completed degree, right? Could be a master's degree, could be a bachelor's degree, but we need to see your completed degree in that area with roughly a 2.0 GPA, all right? That is an associate's degree. We're gonna get into more detail here shortly. But the other program is, of course, the acupuncture or the acupuncture and oriental medicine program, all right? That program for admissibility requires 60 college credits. That's roughly 2 years of schooling. It could be from multiple different schools, but 60 college credits is equivalent to that of an associate's degree, or 2 years of schooling. We do offer, New York State requires what's called a bioscience credential to get to the program. We offer the prerequisites through our program, all right? Most of our students do not have a science background, and that's okay. They're career changers, and we'll talk all about that down the road here. But we do offer a very prescribed, very set coursework option for the prerequisite program, which is slightly different from what is available for the actual master's program, where there's a little bit more flexibility. But if you don't have the sciences, that's okay. We offer it through our program. You could take them through us. They have a Eastern twist on the classes, and they meet the prerequisites, right? That program requires roughly a 2.75 GPA. So 60 college credits or more, and that is that. All right, any questions? Again, we'll get to them. But let's talk about our program here and what we're getting into, all right? How does this all work, right? So we are a trimester-based program. What that means is the classes meet 3 times a year, all right? Our next upcoming term, and we are still taking applications, starts on January 8th, all right? January 8th is when the classes start. We are still taking applications. We do still have seats available for both acupuncture and massage therapy. We'd love to still have you. We'll talk about what that looks like. But the classes run about 14 weeks with about a 2.5 week break in between. So our January term will run through about mid-April. We'll get back started in May. May will run through the summer, end about mid-August, kick back up in September. Right now, our students are just ramping up for finals week, where they'll get their break through the holidays, and then they'll come back in January, where we might see some of you starting your first term here at Pacific College. All right. As far as everything works here, we try to offer every class a couple times, 2 or 3 times throughout the week, right? That's our goal based on faculty and availability. But we try to offer every class throughout the week. So Monday through Friday, let's say, for example, we offer morning, afternoon, and evening classes, right? So in a given day, you could technically take up to 3 classes here at Pacific College. You'll be here from 9 to 9, but you could take 3 classes in a given day. So if we say, okay, you're going to take philosophy of Chinese medicine class, we offer it on Monday afternoon, maybe Wednesday evening, and then Thursday morning, right? You would pick one of those classes that meets at that set time, and you will attend that class for the length of the term. It will meet at that set time once a week for 2.5 to 3 hours, and you will build your schedule around that. All right. Now, the programs are the acupuncture program is a hybrid-based program. So all lecture or theory-based classes, for the most part, are held in an online format, whereas the the practical hands-on courses are in person, right? As far as the massage program is 100% on-ground, hands-on, every single class. New York State does not allow any massage therapy program to be offered online, rightfully so. It is a hands-on program. So that would be how that program works, right? If you fall into the category where you don't have your biosciences background, we mentioned in the slide earlier, like I said, that schedule is a little bit more prescribed. It is 100%, can be done 100% online. There is a lab involved in those prerequisites, which means you would have to come to campus 2 to 3 weeks out of the 14 weeks when we provide those dates to you up front. But it's a little bit more prescribed, a little bit more limited class option with that. If you can't meet the bioscience need, we can fulfill it for you. All right. This is the class schedule. Like I said, we're still taking applicants for January. If you feel like you can get started, you can. We'll talk about what the process to apply looks like. You might be saying, oh man, it's so soon. It can be done. We've done it in a week. We've been taking applications since September, and we're ready to get our students started. Not since September. What am I talking about? Yeah, since September. I am lost in what month or day it is as the term wraps up. So yes. All right, so switching gears here, get a little bit into our faculty and whatnot. So our faculty, we have over, like I said, 100+ faculty that teaches here, both dual credentialed and with a diverse specialty background. All right. What that means is that they're licensed in both acupuncture and massage therapy. They teach here both full-time and part-time. About 90% of them have their graduate degree, which is now the entry into, obviously, acupuncture specifically. 35% of them have their doctoral degree, which is becoming a new norm within acupuncture. And then a quarter of them have trained in, 25% of them have trained in China. And we mention that because our program is founded in traditional Chinese medicine for both our acupuncture and massage therapy programs, whereas we teach all different types of styles, Eastern, Western modalities. That's the foundation of our program here in that traditional Chinese medicine. All right. All right, again, I'll say it if you have questions, let me know, but we're going to start referencing our first handouts here in just a minute, but want to talk a little bit about student services, right? I mentioned it on one of the first slides. You get your own academic advisor here at Pacific College who will work with you throughout the process. Post-enrollment, you'll meet them early on at orientation and then have communication with them during evaluations and whatnot. We offer tutoring for as low as $5 an hour to help you, learn and study up on what you're looking for to succeed. We offer healthcare. We offer healthcare at our on-site clinic here. We're going to get into details on the clinic shortly, but we offer that to our students. We have an award-winning library with both online and obviously actual books, which is rare to see in a school like our size in the middle of downtown Manhattan. We'll take a little bit of a look at that during our virtual tour. And then although a smaller school located, like I said, in downtown Manhattan, we do have student life. We do have student groups, right? Social clubs, social activities, enrichment courses, continuing education, yoga club, student council, garden club, always evolving and changing as students come in and out of the program, which is awesome to see. And then we have a service called Well Connect, all right? Well Connect is a really awesome service that we offer to our students. And it's from, hey, I need help finding childcare. Maybe I'm looking for a place to do some, maybe do some yoga, to I need some help with some mental health, right? It is an awesome service that we offer to our students here at Pacific College. All right. All right. So we are going to get started. We're going to talk about acupuncture. So if you're interested in massage, hang tight. You're up next. We're going to talk about our acupuncture program here at Pacific College. All right. There are 2 degrees that we offer here in the program. There's a Master's of Science of Acupuncture, and then a Master's of Science of Acupuncture of Chinese Herbal Medicine. All right. The difference being is there's the Master of Science of Acupuncture, which is obviously the study of just acupuncture. And then the other one is the study of both acupuncture and herbology. All right. So we're going to start with just the Master of Science of Acupuncture first. All right. Full-time, this program is a 9-term, 3-year program. All right. Now, I'm going to reference my first handout here. If you check your handouts here, you want to download and attach it. You have our acupuncture programs brochure, as well as the tuition and fees for all the programs, and then our curriculum for each of these programs listed here for acupuncture and herbology. All right, so again, the Master of Science of Acupuncture is a 3-year program attending full-time. What is attached is the academic recommended curriculum. Realistically, most of our students are working adults, and they take the program part-time, taking roughly 2 to 4 classes per term, whereas part-time is about 5 to 7 depending on the term. If you attend part-time, it'll take you about 5 to 6 years to complete the program, and I state it with a range because you don't have to commit to a status. You can start part-time, come full-time another term, and bounce back and forth, so it'll range a little bit, but 3 years full-time, 5 to 6 years part-time. All right. Whether you attend full-time or part-time, it does not change the cost of the program. The tuition sheet is attached. Total cost for our acupuncture program is $79,071. All right. We accept financial aid should you be eligible. We accept, we do payment plans. If you wanted to come out of pocket, you only get charged for the classes you take as you take them. If you're eligible for some type of tuition reimbursement, we can accept that as well. And that would be our Master of Science of Acupuncture program. That program in particular allows you to practice in the majority of the United States, including New York. And then that takes me to the acupuncture and herbs. All right. Now, you could practice in New York with this program as well. This program in particular is the study of both acupuncture and herbology. All right. This is a 3-year, 8-month program, so it's an additional 2 terms through this program, with that additional 2 months or additional 2 terms being the herbology piece. All right. Excuse me. Also, part-time for this program would be 5 to 6 years as well. Total cost being $104,142. Again, financial aid, payment plans, all that is an option for you on how that you would fund your education. I would encourage you to fill out the FAFSA. It's a free application for federal student aid. Some of you might be familiar with it, but that's the first place you want to start if you're interested in using financial aid. All right. Now, I mentioned it earlier, the California approval. All right. So again, you could practice in New York with this herbology degree, an acupuncture degree. The state of California, as we are based in San Diego as well, requires students to only so if you want to practice in California, you have to, 1, graduate with a Master's of Science of Acupuncture and Chinese Herbal Medicine, as well as graduate from a California approved program. All right. So even though we're in New York, we do fulfill both those needs. That program in particular prepares you for CALE, the California Acupuncture Licensing Exam, whereas New York State just has a national exam along with most of the United States. I believe Nebraska is the other school that requires this piece. But if there is a specific state you're looking for, we always encourage you to look up the Bureau of Labor for that state and see what is specific. For the most part, most of the United States requires just the acupuncture degree, where every state has a little bit of a nuance or maybe 1 or 2 additional classes you need to take. I will note that if you are looking to practice in New Jersey, you can receive both of these degrees, but you also will need to have a bachelor's degree in a non-acupuncture field, right? So this program is actually a bachelor and master's degree. New Jersey is the only state, so you can't come in here with an associate's degree, get this degree, and then come back to New Jersey to practice, because New Jersey requires you to have a bachelor's degree in a non-related acupuncture field. All right. So that is the classes here. And so again, California particularly states that you need to graduate with a Master's of Science of Acupuncture in Chinese Herbal Medicine and graduate from a California approved program. All right, and I repeat that because it is a little bit confusing. So our program here in New York allows you to do both of those things and still practice in California. Ultimately, you have to sit for the state exam, the CAL, California Acupuncture Licensing Exam, which that program does as well. All right, I will note this as well, particularly the Herbal Peace program. A lot of students do it. You can go to California for one term and then come back here for another, and it won't impede anything. It is the same program as it is here, and it is there. That's only the Master of Science of Acupuncture and Chinese Herbal Medicine. So particularly for our January cohorts, as it is cold here in New York, a lot of our students will go to San Diego for a term, and they'll come back here for summertime. So if you have that ability to do so, you are welcome to do so. All right. I do see some questions coming in. Just for time's sake, I'm not ignoring you. We're going to get to them. I do want to mention the unique doctoral upgrade opportunity we have here at Pacific College. All right. This program, so crash course on acupuncture. Years and years ago, it used to require a certification only in order to practice acupuncture. Entry into the industry now is a master's level degree, where now the doctoral degree is becoming the norm. All right. Not required to practice, looks nice on the wall as a doctor of acupuncture. It's also a nice title for marketing. But New York State does not allow any school, acupuncture school, to offer a doctoral of acupuncture. However, because we are based out of California, we offer what's called a transitional doctorate program. It is a 2-term, 100% online doctoral program. It is only Pacific College. We offer it to all acupuncture students. However, it's a lot longer if you don't graduate from Pacific College. If you graduate from our school, because of the classes you've taken through our program, it is a 2-term, 7-course program, eligible for financial aid as well. I will note that we are offering a 60% discount for students who start this winter. And as long as you start the transitional doctorate program within 2 terms of graduation, right, you will get that discount, right? So if you start this January, you get through the program, you either have to start the transitional doctorate that following term, take a break, and then get started, and you will be eligible for the 60% discount on that program. So it's like roughly a $10,000-ish program. So 60% is a pretty good discount on that program, right? Perfect. All right. So didn't forget about you. Our massage therapy program is booming. We cannot get students to graduate fast enough. We literally have people waiting in the lobby of our building to get a list of our graduates, right? Oops, I skipped a page here. Oh no, lost the page here. Not sure what happened there. Oh, there we go. It skipped over. My fault. All right, so our Associates of Occupational Study program is an associate's degree, right? So it is 1 year and 8 months. All right, in order to complete that program, just like the acupuncture program, if you want to attend part-time, it'll take you about 2 to 3 years to complete that. All right. Again, attached here is the curriculum for this program, the tuition sheet as well, and then you will also find the brochure for our massage therapy program. All right. I will note, New York State is the most stringent in the United States when it comes to massage therapy. Requires 1,000 hours in order to practice. All right. Most students who try to relocate to New York with massage therapy licenses from their state, as close as New Jersey, Connecticut, they need to make up hours, right? Whereas if you graduate from New York and then go to another state, you're already good to go. You're above and beyond. All right. Total cost of this program is $38,910, right? Whether you attend part-time or full-time, the cost does not change. Financial aid, payment plans, tuition reimbursement is all payment options. I will also note that we also specifically for first-term massage therapy students, we offer a scholarship, 3 different scholarships. We give out roughly $15,000 to roughly 15 students. Covers about the cost of a class, which helps a ton. But there is academic merit-based, equity and diversity-based, or community service-based scholarships. You write an essay, you submit it for that scholarship. All right. So most unique thing about our program here at Pacific College is that we cover both Eastern and Western modalities, right? Thai, Swedish, deep tissue, trigger point, sports, orthopedic. We have specialty electives from prenatal, hot stone, We offer all those within our program. And most schools don't do that, right? And what that allows you to do in your capstone course is you're allow the ability to get creative, kind of mix and mingle all these types of practices to make you the most versatile, most equipped massage therapist out there, right? And so everyone, while a Swedish massage is great for stress, they might have some pain. You can use, maybe some tuina or shiatsu to help that, or trigger point. So all different types of styles we incorporate. We are also the only regionally accredited massage therapy school in New York as well. All right. All righty. So that was a lot of information from me here. Let's get to the offsite internships. We're doing good on time. I want to get you to the tour and then answer any questions you have. So you'll see here some of our offsite internships. But before I do that, I want to go back because I skipped page over. I mentioned our clinic a couple times. All right. We have the largest clinic of its kind on the East Coast. We actually just got new data in from last year. We actually treat over 40,000 patients, so a 10,000 plus increase year over year. We want you guys to take them with you, okay? We cannot, we can't house them, and so this is where you're handing in your business card. Hey, I'm about to graduate. Come on, and you've already built up a clientele before you've even left the program, right? And this is the space where you're going to really start to develop your student-client relationship and really carry yourself as a professional. You're going to be working with all varied experienced supervisors at all different levels. We are the only clinic of its kind that treats both pregnant women and children. And then we have specialty shifts. So weight loss, pediatrics, facial rejuvenation, all different types. Pain management is another one. All different types of specialty shifts that we offer for our students. It's right here in the lobby of our building. We'll see that on the campus tour. And that takes me to our offsite internships. We're back over here. If you're looking at the curriculum for each program, the tail end of each program offers our offsite internships, right? So if you're interested in working with athletes, the Joffrey Ballet School is a popular one. We do work with the VA. We have many relationships with medical hospitals across this, New York City, NYU Lutheran, Mount Sinai, Housing Works. Women with Disability, Initiative for Women with Disabilities, one of our newer ones, Columbia Medical Center. Get the point. These are some of our more popular ones. And so with that being said, you would take these at the tail end of your program here at Pacific College, and you can see what those look like on the, or when those are on the curriculum. All right here. So wrapping up here, the careers in integrative medicine. All right. It's extremely fast growing career field, right? The pandemic, which is only helped the need for, Eastern medicine, understanding how that works, and really opening up people's eyes to the Western medical system, right? ACP, JCO, FDA, not even recommending, but now requiring integrative medicine in many hospitals, right? Florida, New York, all requiring that they offer a form of alternative medicine before they give somebody a pain pill to fight the opioid epidemic. It's been validated by research hospitals, and more than 50% of hospitals, they don't even track the number anymore, but the majority at this point of the United States, hospitals are using integrative medicine, launching entire integrative divisions, right? We helped NYU Langone and their nurses launch an integrative division quite some time ago, but it is finally opening people's eyes, and we're going in the right direction, right? So we're not going to spend a lot of time here, but we do a lot of research and grants. It is involved. It's a place for our interns to really get some experience, establish some confidence, and just kind of really continue those relationships with other medical colleges. But we are involved in researches and grants. If it's something you are involved in, you could speak to our career alumni services, and they'd be happy to connect you with some of that stuff. But we do give back to the community that we're in, so exploring communities, populations, and conditions. The bottom left is one of our now graduates. She attended a parent-teacher conference night and was giving ear acupuncture, which is considered feel-good acupuncture. If you have kids, that could be a stressful time for students. But so much so that the kids that came with the parents wanted the treatments as well, and of course with permission, we treated them. But she became one of our pediatric acupuncturists. She's a graduate of our program. Up there is the federal government asked us to help out during Hurricane Sandy for our massage therapists and just kind of de-stress, or all that cleanup and people seeing things. They to never seen and kind of giving them those treatments there. But really just being involved, right? Our career and alumni services team and our outreach team is unbelievably busy all the time, right? They are always out there, getting our interns out there and just being of service to the community. Some of the bigger ones we're involved in is Administration for Children's Services, Donors Choose, Housing Works, Tunnels to Towers, just getting you out there, establishing the confidence, building up a clientele base, and giving back to the community that we live in, right? So that is who we are. And then it comes down to the question, right? The mystery question that used to be, where can I work? And the answer used to be simply, you can run your own practice. And that still is what the majority of our practitioners are doing. They are starting their own practice. However, as it becomes the norm, they're working in hospitals. They are working in gyms. They're working for chiropractors. They're working on cruise ships. They're working in spas. We had students on I think it was Winter 2020 Olympic team, massage therapists on the U.S. Olympic team. So, they are all over the place, and there's multiple different avenues to what you can do with this career now, as it is becoming more and more in demand across the nation, right? At the end of the day, from the admissions standpoint, as I don't even think I introduced myself. My name is Mike Santora. I am the director of admissions. If I did not, I apologize. It's been a long, short week already, but we're looking for students who love what they do, right? Here is a quote from one of our alumni: choose a job you love and you'll never have to work a day in your life, all right? We're looking for students who genuinely want to give back, right? And what it comes down to is who are our students, right? We've done this webinar time and time again, and what it comes down to is who's on the other side, right? Most of our students are career changers. Most of our students have had an experience with the medicine. They come from marketing, they come from fashion. They're burnt down their current job. They've had some type of experience through a friend or a family member or themselves, and they want to share that passion for what integrative medicine has done and did it to others, right? So straight out of high school, dancers, singers, teachers, you name it. We got a diverse population here, but the common ground that they all share is that they all know what the medicine of integrative healing can do, and they want to share that with others. And that's what we're looking for when we are looking for students to come into our program, right? Because we are not your traditional school. We don't offer math classes and English classes, right? We're teaching something very niche and very specific, and you're surrounded by individuals who, not always fresh out of high school, but for the most part, we have a working adult student. They've done their time, we're in the workplace and they're looking for a career change, like I said. So they're more engaged, they're more focused, and they genuinely are interested in this topic, right? Math is a great subject, and history is a great subject. English is a great subject, but you're learning about, the classes that you always grew up taking in school, the ones that you genuinely like are the ones you did the best in, right? And that's how it works here at Pacific College. You're genuinely interested in what you're learning, and that's the type of environment we like to kick here. Yeah, listen, anatomy and physiology, biology, those aren't the most mind-bending classes, but when you put the Eastern medicine twist on them, philosophy of Chinese medicine, these are unique classes, right? And it's something you want to learn, and that creates a beautiful learning environment, right? So who are graduates? What's going on around here? So these are some of our bigger Pacific College grads. We'll start with acupuncture. This is Jill Blakeway. Jill has been on TV. She runs the Unova Center. She's got 2 or 3 centers here in New York. She's written many books. It is a fertility acupuncture center. Fertility is huge within the acupuncture world. But if you visit her website, you will see that most of her graduates are Pacific College graduates. She also recently opened up an internship for us, which students loved and jumped all over. The bottom of that is Jane Tushiyama. Jane Tushiyama is the president of acupuncture of Hawaii. So from beyond coast to coast, we have graduates all over the place. For our massage program, this is Lena DeGloma. She runs Red Moon Wellness in Brooklyn. You may or may not have heard about it, but she loves to hire Pacific College graduates. She's also a faculty member here at Pacific College. And so, again, she just likes to hire the best of the best. And those are Pacific College graduates, right? After you graduate, we're not done yet, right? Our Career Alumni Services team, and I would encourage you to connect with them early on in your process, right? We get job opportunities left and right. We're posting them and sharing them all the time. We can connect you somebody who maybe, if it's a niche type of clientele you're looking to work with. Practice support building, we give you marketing kits for when you, if you're looking to start your own practice. Referrals, continuing education is also a huge part of both acupuncture and massage. Every couple of years, you have to come back and take a certain amount of credits and classes. And then the PCAN, the Pacific College Alumni Group, something we've had for a couple of years now, but it's like a social network for our graduates, right? Private messaging groups, discounts, resources, over 1,000+ members at this point. Just people trying to help and staying connected to your fellow grads. What are you doing? What's going on? Can you mentor me? Sponsorships. So really cool little service system that we offer to our graduates here at Pacific College. All right. So at the end of the day, there is no medicine like friends, right? So continuing hosting alumni events all the time. We have had people get married, start acupuncture business together, massage therapy, building practices together. Just the environment here and the energy at Pacific College is a beautiful thing because of the uniqueness of who we're looking for and what we teach, right? So that takes me to our campus tour. That is enough of me talking. Well, I'm still going to be talking, but let me give you a campus tour. So before we start this here, I will note this video was taken during peak COVID times. We are, just recently filming to get some new updated footage. We did just open up a brand new skills lab for our pre-licensure program. It is state-of-the-art, high-tech area that will be shared with both our nurses and massage therapists, where we integrate, Eastern and Western medicine, right? And that's what it's about. And that's what integrative medicine is. And you guys, as acupuncture and massage therapists, get to share that skills lab. It's a beautiful thing, right? Also noting that if you do want to see, the virtual tour here does a good job. But if you did want to come down to campus, we do work by appointment only. Please call myself or an admissions representative. I'll share my contact information at the end of this. We are in downtown Manhattan. It is New York. There's security. Can't just have you showing up. We just want to make sure you're on the list. And for security purposes, privacy reasons, just got to make sure you're escorted. So set a time with us and we'd be happy to show you the campus. But let me show you what we got here. So, all right. So during the winter, it's nice, even on rainy days, right? You never have to actually leave the building, right? We're a couple blocks from the World Trade Center. The Fulton train stops right in our building. You get right out and you come right upstairs to our floor in the 19th floor. And so we are considered a healthcare facility. You see on the left and right hand side would be what is considered didactic or practical classes, all right? And you can see the decor and the space. I will note our hands-on classes, around 12 to 16 at most, maybe 20 students for hands-on, all right? We keep it intentionally, intimately small because we're really big on the one-on-one experience, all right? Our online classes are usually somewhere around 30-ish, never really exceeding more than 35, but still keeping the classrooms intimate and tiny. I mentioned the library earlier. Here is our library. All right, we'll step in here in just a minute. So all different types of resources for you, both acupuncture, massage therapy. Those computers are not broken. That is what was once called social distancing there. But you can see the space here, quiet study areas for you to, do your homework or study up on something or pull something from the online library as well. But you can see here just the study materials that are available to you. Excuse me. All right, so here is what basically a normal hands-on class would look like. All right, again, like I mentioned, 12 to 16, at most 20 depending on the classroom. But the tables, the linens, the headrests, the pillows, the oils, the needles, they're all there for you, setting it up for you to learn about acupuncture or massage therapy. We'll take a spin around here in a minute. All right, so this is our student lounge, right? We have a meditation room right there for you, TVs, charging stations, rice cookers, dishwashers, coffee machine, vending machine, you name it, we got it in there for our students. We have students here all the time who might be taking an online class in here. They got their headphones in. They're just kind of hanging out in between classes. It's always buzzing. We host events in here quite often, celebrations and whatnot in this space. But this is the hangout spot, right? And it also has a beautiful view of the Brooklyn Bridge. All right, so coming up next, we're gonna go check out the clinic. So we are located on the 19th floor of a 30-story building. And so our clinic is located right in the lobby of the building. Out we go. Our clinic is open to the general public, all right? We have sessions for as low as $34 for acupuncture and massage therapy. And if you've ever had either or, you know that's extremely inexpensive. And so that's really what draws the students and all different types of clientele to our clinic here at Pacific College. All right, so this is the waiting area here. You can see the decor, the ambiance, the lighting, aromatherapy. This is the space here. That plastic separator has come down. This is usually everyone's favorite part. So if you're interested in the herbs, the Master Science of Acupuncture and Herbology, you come down the hallway here and you will step foot into our herbal dispensary. So we have over 250 different herbs here at Pacific College. And this is where you would be studying the herbology piece of medicine. All right. All right, last but not least, coming down this hallway here, this is our clinic. So upstairs, it might be a maze when you look at it, but it's really just one big square with classrooms all around. The clinic is exactly the same way, right? One big square. This is what a general clinic room looks like. Lighting, heat lamps, music, you name it, we got it in there. Your tables, your reference points here, your oils, safety information, and needles all provided to you here. And that is our virtual campus tour of Pacific College. All right, so hopping back here to our rest of information. Let's take it home here, guys. All right, so I want to get to your Q&A. I see some questions coming in here. Let's wrap this up. So again, as I mentioned earlier, we are now taking applications for our January term. We're still taking applications for January, all right? Based on demand, we are only taking applications for January. If you are looking to get started for May, we will open up applications the second week of January, right? You're welcome to apply for a future term. We don't recommend it, but right now we're only taking applications for January. With that being said, if you do want to apply, you'll receive a link to our website after this webinar within an hour. Top right corner, it says apply now, all right? First thing you're going to want to do is order your transcript. So once you apply to our website, okay, you don't need to attach anything. You simply just need to apply. That lets academics and admissions know, hey, I'm interested in getting started. All right, you'll hear from an admissions representative. You'll want to order copies of your transcripts, all right? If you're looking for the acupuncture program, we need all of your undergraduate transcripts, whether you took 5 different schools, 1 different school, transfer credit, you took 3 credits at one other school, we need all of them. And then you need a 1 to 2 page double-spaced essay as to why you're interested in joining our acupuncture program, right? So for our massage students, again, as mentioned early on, you do need your highest level of completed education, not some college, just your highest level of completed education, 3 to 4 sentences as to why you want to join the program, all right? So you've applied, cool. Ordered your transcripts. They're usually done electronically. They get here rather quickly. If you're looking to start in January, you're going to want to do this now. Schools will close, although most of it is automated these days. Again, undergraduate transcripts, 1 to 2 pages. Massage therapy students, we need your highest level of complete education. All right, from there, all right, once we've received your transcripts, we'll do an evaluation for the massage acupuncture program. Massage students don't require an evaluation unless you've taken prior massage classes. Your file will be sent over for review and then acceptance. All right, from there, we would register for you classes on the spot, right? We do with you over the phone, get you all set up, get you all squared away. Very easy to do. Once you do get all that squared away, or as you're getting this stuff together, you're going to want your shot records. New York State does require mumps, measles, meningitis records. We need these on file, ideally within 30 days of you starting classes, and then a photo for your photo ID. We do not, NOT, do not require the COVID vaccine, but our clinical sites, we cannot speak for them. It is up to them if they want to require the shot or not. All right, so that was a lot of talking. I hope you enjoyed today's webinar. I appreciate you guys joining us here on a Tuesday, cold Tuesday, nearing the holiday evening. This is our last information session for the term before we get started. So I want to answer any questions. All right, there's a question section located on the page for you to answer. It takes usually a minute or so to find, but I'm going to dive into some of the questions. I think the question was about California. I did repeat that earlier. If you do need me to repeat it again, let me know. It was the California requirement. What if you go to another school for the master's and you do your doctorate at Pacific? So if you go to another school for acupuncture to get your doctoral or to get your master's of acupuncture, you would have a whole different track for a transitional doctorate, right? Only if you are a graduate of our master's program will it take you 2 terms to complete that doctoral. If not, it will take you significantly longer. All right. How long does it typically take for a turnaround on acceptance? We will go as fast as you want to go, Rowan. You know, we've had students who apply and within a day and a half, we hear back about acceptance. It depends on you and how fast we can get the paperwork and everything over, right? An evaluation for acupuncture takes up to 2 business days, sometimes a little bit quicker. But we tell students we'll go as fast as you want to go, right? Outside of standard operation practices and policies, we can technically get you accepted as soon as we have everything needed and it is reviewed within 24 to 48 hours, right? Which classes will transfer to acupuncture and herbology degree? Honestly, nothing, to be completely honest with you, outside of general science classes, right? Anatomy, physiology, biology. But outside of that, this is basically the next closest thing to a medical degree, right? Without having the medical title. So I don't want to get your expectation up outside of the science portion of things. Most of your classes will not transfer unless you're coming from another acupuncture school. That's the uniqueness of it, outside of anatomies, physiologies, biologies, chemistries, like that. It is important to note that if specific classes, such as the ones I mentioned, were taken over 5 years ago, you do need to retake the class. However, we provide what's called a financial credit. So instead of charging you the full cost of the program, the class, we only charge you $5 a unit, $5 a unit hour. So it's roughly around $250 to $375 versus the $1,500 for the class. All right. Is it possible to be full-time and take 2 classes 2 days a week back to back? Yeah, so commuting is always a big part. I understand that. Is it possible to be full-time and take 2 classes 2 days a week? It's possible if the schedule allows it, right? Long-term here, right? There's a first-term schedule, right, where we try to have the most availability. That's our biggest cohorts. As you go through the program, there's natural attrition, right? People take a break. People have life issues. They stop, right? They come back. So class availability throughout the program will change. Your schedule is not going to be set, right? So I can sit here honestly and morally and tell you that it would be possible. It could be possible for one term and not another, but that's just the truth of it, right? It's going to vary. It's going to vary term to term on what that looks like. Is there a version of the curriculum available that explicitly illustrates which classes are in person or remote? I can say this. The majority of the program is online. I believe it's just slightly over 50%, like 52% of the program is online, right? All lecture or theory-based classes are held in an online format. You know, if it's a technique class, it's pretty clear, and you can work with an academic advisor to define that. On our first term schedule, it's listed what classes are on the ground. Some classes are hybrid. We will offer them on ground or in person to make it as, you know, try to make it flexible for some classes, right? So that is the answer to that question. Working in the clinic, do therapists get paid? No, you do not get paid. You are not getting paid. It's an internship. It's clinical hours that you need to sit for licensure. For the first term, yeah, listen, it depends. The question was, is it easier to do the full-time, you know, back to back? Everybody's schedule is different. It's up to them. I would encourage you to reach out to myself after today's session. We'll connect with you tomorrow. You could take a look at the schedule. It depends on class availability, class seats. It all depends which 2 days of the week you're looking for. It's very, very individual. So reach out and we can share that schedule with you. What is the quickest amount of time you can complete the massage therapy program? 1 year and 8 months. That is a full time taking the program. 1 year and 8 months is the fastest you can do it. That's taking 5 to 7 classes per term. On the course curriculum for massage therapy, there are a number of classes that say they transfer, but many classes. Perfect. Yes, great question. So Sarah's asking about classes that transfer from the massage therapy program into the acupuncture program, right? So those classes, you'll see T and FC categories, right? Those are classes, anything with the T. So if you graduate from our acupuncture, our massage program, and you want to transfer into our acupuncture program, anything with a T is a full transfer. So it'll transfer class for class into the acupuncture program. Anything with an FC would need to be retaken, but it is a financial credit. So you don't pay full cost for the class. That is strictly from our massage to acupuncture program. So good question. No one ever really notices that. So great job. Yeah, listen, someone's asking about the commute. Commute's a big deal. I spin it this way. I live in New Jersey. I live in Central Jersey. For me to get back and forth to the campus is about an hour and a half, door to door. All right, no matter which way I do it, minus trying a helicopter. Over my tenure here of over 5 years, I've tried every single way. I understand the commute. The deal is I get paid to go to the campus. You guys are paying to go. So I understand the expenses of all that. I understand what commuting looks like, and I totally get it. It is a lot, and over 3 or 4 years, it can be draining, right? Students make it work. We have students who come from Connecticut, from Philly, all over, and they work on a schedule that works for them, and they build it out where maybe they come in once or twice a week, but everybody's life and you know stuff is different, right? I always tell students, don't focus on the first term, right? I'm here to tell you what the first term is like from an admission standpoint, but you're going to be here for 3 or 4 years, and it's going to vary over time, right? Your first term is going to be significantly different from term 2 in your course schedule and course availability, right? It's not cookie cutter every single term, right? We offer a lot of flexible classes, but whatever your schedule is this term isn't necessarily going to be your schedule in term 2, right? And that is difficult for students with kids and whatnot. So if you want to make it work, you can make it work, but I totally understand and respect the commute stuff, right? I was hoping to go to massage program there and someday do the acupuncture program. Yeah, so Sarah, it's right there for you, right? You're looking at the sheet. So she's asking about transferability credit. And we could take it offline, Sarah, and chat with the admissions representative tomorrow if you want. But anything with a T and an X in it will transfer fully over to the acupuncture program. Anything with an FC will transfer over, but it has to be retaken. So you're not paying full cost of it. You will pay the $5 a unit hour instead. If you wait 5 years from when you take those classes, they'll all be financial credit. So, you know, don't wait in between if that's what you want to do. If you need more questions with that and you want to connect, let me know. What's the fastest you complete the master's program and with herbs? 3 years and 8 months. That's full time, 5 to 7 classes for 3 years and 8 months. Do you accept transfer credits for courses taken and previously attended massage programs? Yes, we do, but it depends on the school's accreditation and how long you were there. New York State has a requirement that you can only transfer up to 250 hours worth of massage therapy classes. So depending on your school, curriculums are different as well. We have to take a look at what that looks like, right? Could be significantly different. Depends on how long you took the classes, depends on the school itself, and depends on how far along in the program you were. Again, 250 hours is just a quarter of our program here. It's about a half of most other states, so it's really dependent on doing a thing. So the answer to your question, do we transfer massage therapy credits? We do, but what exactly would transfer depends on several different factors. Can you learn about herbalism through the massage therapy program? You cannot. Only our acupuncturists can study herbology. We offer an herbal certification. However, in order to be eligible for that program, you do need to be a licensed acupuncturist, right? So we have students who graduate from our Master of Science of Acupuncture, go out into the world, develop clientele, will come back and take our herbal certification program. That certification does not work for California. In order to practice in California, it's pretty clear cut. You just have to graduate from the Master of Science of Acupuncture and Chinese Herbal Medicine. Are shiatsu and Thai massage taught in regular curriculum? Yes. Yes, they are. Shiatsu, I believe, Thai is a specialty elective. Shiatsu is part of the program in some of the classes as well. No, we don't do anything Ayurvedic. Ayurvedic is not involved in our program. And reason being is because at this point, we get this question a lot. At this point in time, there is really no scope of work, is how we look at things, right? Because it's about gainful employment and making sure that once you graduate, you do get a job. Within Ayurvedic right now, there is no, within the medical space, right? They call it a scope of work. There is no defined, there's nothing defined with Ayurvedic scope of work, right? Within the other forms of therapy, there's a lot of case points and validity to all of that. By all means, I'm not taking away from Ayurvedic. It is growing. People are interested in it. It's very common. We're hearing it a lot. That doesn't mean that there won't be. But right now, we do not teach Ayurvedic massage therapy. Any other questions? We got about a minute left. I'll take a moment here just to say thank you. I do see more questions coming in. And I'm going to give you my contact information so that you can reach out to me. You will get a follow-up email from me. My team will follow up with you tomorrow as well to touch base on what you want to do. Like I said, if you want to apply, the application is online. Let's get back to the questions. I have a difficulty to get my transcripts now because I've been graduate from, can I use evaluation reports? Yeah, if you are coming from overseas or have schooling from overseas, if you have a course, we only accept a course by course US evaluation, right? That's the only thing we will accept. There are certain accrediting bodies that do that, WES, ECE, ICFS. But you can use that as long as it is a course by course. We don't take the equivalency, right? Students send over something, they pay big money to say, oh, this says I have a bachelor's degree. That's great. Awesome. We need to see course by course grades, GPA, make sure to transfer credit. So we need the course by course evaluation. It's over 10 years ago, that's fine. You just need to see the course by course. How often do you have to revisit college to continue education? So every couple years for both acupuncture and massage therapy. Same thing as like being a doctor or whatnot. You have to stay fresh, stay in tuned to keep licensure. You need to take, it's like a point system. We offer continuing education all the time. We actually host a large event annually called Symposium, one of the largest acupuncture massage therapy events in the country. And that counts for CEs. It's like it's a convention that we host annually. You can do CEs there, so it's a lot of flexibility there as well. Good questions, good questions, good questions. Anybody else? For the Pell Grant, does the payment get dispersed? Sorry, I can't speak to financial aid. The Pell Grant is based on income and need. It's part of financial aid. You can connect with somebody in financial aid if you want to answer those questions, but I can't speak to it specifically. Is there a lot of public speaking presentations? I mean, it's more hands-on than anything. I wouldn't say presentation. We teach you how to be a professional, how to bedside manner is part of the program. But as far as like public speaking, no, I'm not, no, but you are going to be involved in speaking to others. Yes, Sarah, if you connect out and reach out, we can connect you with our financial aid team. They're going to give you very general information. They are extremely busy right now packaging students for our winter term, but we can try to set you up to speak with somebody. Be happy to do that. If you reach out to me, I'll get back to you tomorrow. My email, you're going to email from me within an hour, and then put my email address here. But yeah, you're more than welcome to speak to our financial aid team. All right, everybody. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Again, I'm happy to answer any questions you have. We hope everybody has a great week. We hope to see you here at Pacific College. Like I said, maybe we'll see your application come in. If you have any more questions and you want to connect on a deeper level, please reach out, connect you with one of my admissions representatives. You may have already spoken to them already, but I wish everybody a great evening. Everybody have a great night. And thanks for joining us tonight.